morning. I'm Dylan Stafford. I've written a book called Daddy Muscles, and I'm going to read a chapter of it called Buying, Best Left to the Pros. This is one of the chapters I like. It's early in the book. I wrote this in the waiting room at the Santa Monica Volkswagen dealership while my wife was pregnant. And I'm reading it to you now on April 20th, 2011 at 6:18 in the morning here in Culver City, California. All right, hope you like this story. Buying, Best Left to the Pros. December 12, 2006. The Santa Monica, California Volkswagen Service Waiting Room. As we go through the second trimester, watching our unborn baby growing, we are starting to think about the baby's room. In the process, I make a mistake and go to a children's furniture store all by myself, unchaperoned without my wife. I walk into Babyland, or some such sweet name for a baby store. Sitting idly at the center command station, two women with "we had our kids a long time ago" looks on their faces size me up as I stroll about. "Need any help, love?" "Oh, no thanks, just looking." I feel guilty, like I'm underage in a liquor store and trying to steal a Playboy magazine. There's no reason to feel this way. I doubt they even sell Playboys at this store. Of course, I need help. I don't have a clue, but when I'm clueless, my first reaction is always to get quiet and try to figure it out on my own. It's a pitiful, useless strategy, but it's paid for, so I drive it. I see the stroller section. There are dainty, old-school models for a walk around Kensington Gardens on a spring English morning. There are aggressive, off-road, knobby-tired California models for the yuppie, jogging couple on the go. I note modest price tags under $200 to really crazy price tags, up, up, and away, like everything in Los Angeles. I felt the same way before our wedding. Paranoid and off-kilter. My entire worldview was that mean-spirited people were hovering, about to pounce and take advantage of us, the hapless young lovers. My job was to remain vigilant and prevent being taken advantage of. I accumulated evidence for my worldview. I always accumulate evidence. Sure enough, when we lowered the wedding guest count with our caterer before the wedding, boom, the price of each coffee went up. Aha! Let this be a lesson to all who follow us. Always tell your caterer a lower number first. You can always raise it if need be, but you can never, ever lower it. So there I am again, in new territory, wandering in Babyland and feeling like I could get ripped off at any moment, maybe even mugged by the wrinkly women behind the counter, as I stop to innocently look over the 4-ounce and 8-ounce baby bottles and their matching nipples. Common sense finally takes over. Get out of here, quick, run for your life, and come back with reinforcements. Namely, my wife, Marissa. She'll know what to do. She will defend me against the evil septuagenarians that are looking to take advantage of my innocence. I leave abruptly. My next visit to Babylandia is completely different. It happened one night when we started out to see a play at Loyola Marymount, but I left my office in such a hurry that I forgot the tickets. When we got to the gate, the guard couldn't even figure out where to tell us to go, since I didn't have the event name. We were late anyway, so we gave up and drove through the campus to the other side. But in that random, delicious way life goes sometimes, we got lost leaving that college campus and exited onto a street that had a baby furniture store on it that we couldn't miss. "Let's go check it out," Marissa chimed. "Oh, let's," I said, faking a smile and remembering my last such visit. More expensive strollers. More older women at a command center in the middle of the store. But with my wife on the scene this time, everything else was different. Marissa instantly took charge, going into her New Jersey unapologetic "you will give us a great bargain" mode. She had the women thumbing through catalogs, telling us about color options, explaining special ordering and delivery right to our doorstep. The owner emigrated from Iran a long time ago, and she was loving meeting my wife. Marissa in action is a great thing to watch. She wasn't fearful. She was fully in control. She was learning as she asked her questions. She was analyzing, giving the owner a chance to showcase her wares. A short Hispanic woman, very pregnant, stood alongside of us looking at a bed. We started talking. "I like the natural wood." "Oh, not me." "What's with the plastic covering on the railing?" "Oh, that's because they'll chew on it once they stand in the crib." "Chew on it like a pet?" "No, silly. Chewing on it like a child." "Oh, I didn't know they did that." This Hispanic woman is pregnant with her second child. She's a wealth of information and shares it in a pleasant way. "If I could afford it, I'd get the Transformer crib." "Transformer crib?" "A crib that later unfolds and turns into a bed?" "Ooh, very utilitarian, daddy likey very much. Marissa and our co-customer go head-to-head, weighing pros and cons. I have a thought about people and when they give their best in life. This short gal, almost as big around as she is tall, budgeting and gauging on how to bring her second child into the world. She could be a $200,000+ a year saleswoman if she were pharmaceutical sales rep, or saleswoman of the year if she sold high-end cars. Her knowledge, her passion, they combine. I'm in a trance. Let's let's get what she recommends, I suggest to my wife. Marissa, of course, is still actually in charge. She digests the data, but reserves total executive oversight before any actual decisions are going to be made. We make our polite farewells, our brief encounter coming to its natural end. The owner of the store approaches Marissa about 20 minutes later with yet another catalog in hand to show what can be ordered. The owner makes a suggestion. Have a seat in the glider. You've sat in a glider before, haven't you? Why, no, actually I have not. And wow, gliders are marvelous things. Pregnancy? Baby? What baby? We need one of these gliders for us. I can mount it 5 feet in front of the television and watch football for the rest of my life. Marissa acclimates to her glider seat as a stationary control center. Now she can spread out the various catalogs all around her. She gives me instructions to go forth and verify different details and measurements of the actual floor models that are in the store, cross-referencing my reports to the catalog descriptions. By this time, I've been in babyland for over an hour. My brain is starting to go numb. I'm reaching the high altitudes of my shopping tolerance. If we were in the Himalayas, I'd be switching over to oxygen very, very soon. My wife, of course, she's a native. She's like the Sherpa guide who needs only a light jacket to hike up a few miles without any need for an oxygen mask. Dylan, why don't you go gas up the car while I continue looking at the catalogs, Marissa suggests, letting me know that she knows that time has come. When you get back, I'll probably be ready to wrap it up, she says mercifully. The warden has come and returned to me my pre-prison clothes. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I am free at last. My wife is savvy about people, and she can read me like a big picture book. I gave it the old college try, and went about as far as an amateur could ever be expected to go. Now it was time for me to gracefully step aside and let the professionals finish out this session. I go gas up the car. Blessed man work. I stand at the pump in the cool California evening. There's a hint of sunset fading into the western sky. I log the gallons and mileage in my little book. I ponder getting the squeegee and going at the windows, but decide against it. They're not that dirty, actually. I loop around the block and get a great parallel spot in front of the baby furniture store. I can actually peer in and see my wife still seated in her temporary glider. She's got the store owner hovering around her, and another new mother has joined the effort. I pause for a moment, now somewhat revived from the practical job of gassing up the car, before I go back inside. Thanks. Hope you liked it. Sorry about the airplane and the birds. Talk to you later. Bye.